Hey everyone. Hopefully you're coming here for my part 1 video where I sculpted this Magnum Mallow. If you haven't seen it yet, what are you doing? You're cheating. That's not fair. Go back and watch part 1. It's pretty good. I'll wait. Are they gone? Good. Now we can start. What I'm going to do today is create some Hellfire from my Magnum Mallow out of something the kids call cursed cotton candy. Now, if you know the game, you know the drill. It goes on the front legs, pours out of the mouth, the back, and even the tail. First, I collect my materials. I need simple cotton balls, some pink and purple food coloring, as well as some Mod Podge and mixing cups. Then I put a few drops of each color in their own separate cup and add water. Then I take a couple cotton balls and give them a nice colorful bath. This doesn't take too long, I just need to make sure they're fully submerged. Then I put on some gloves. Trust me, it's important, unless purple hands are your goal. Now at my sink, I squeeze out each cotton ball. Not hard, mind you, just enough to make them not drip. You want the color to stay inside each one after all. You also don't want the colors to mix if you can help it. Now, you just set them aside in a nice warm place and wait for them to dry. So yeah, this took a while. Multiple days in fact. Apparently I could have put them in the oven at low heat or even in the dryer for a bit, but I didn't really think of that. What you see in the rest of the video is me using backups from my original attempts at this, because they were ready and I had plenty left over. But the footage you're seeing now comes from the future. I just wanted you to see what these exact cotton balls would eventually turn into. Now, the goal here is to pull the strands apart nice and thin and combine the two colors. In the full video, I brought up how I wanted to sell the chaotic nature of the Hellfire, and this was the best way I thought I could achieve that. The randomness is your friend. Once integrated, I roll it all together and move on to the next step. Now I grab my Mod Podge and mix it with water. I just eyeball the distilled Mod Podge mixture, but I'd say it's roughly a 60-40 mix. Once the consistency is to my liking, it's time to coat my now multicolored cotton ball. Just a few drops here and there, making sure I get full coverage. Once coated, I remove as much excess moisture as I can with a towel by wrapping it a few times over and squeezing very gently. I don't want to crush it. I also don't want it bone dry. I just want it not wet, if you know what I mean. Now that it resembles a desiccated husk, I can get busy with my hairdryer. I put it on high heat and let her rip. As you can see, it just doesn't want to sit still. Funny how things tend to behave when you're not recording, huh? Anyway, as it stiffens up a bit, I can start ripping out small strands here and there, creating a nice fire effect. After many passes, I get something that looks like this. When fully dried, the once fluffy cotton ball now has a sturdy, rigid, almost plastic-like feel. Even the more tiny, thinner bits are firmly held in place. Everything feels quite durable now. And here's everything that I made. This should cover the arms, the mouth, and the back. At the last minute, I chose not to do this for the tail fire. The tail itself on the model feels kind of fragile, so just laying the cotton down on it and stepping away just felt like the right move to me. And once I get everything attached, so yeah, I'm very happy that I went this route. As I said in the main video, I did this not only to convey the chaotic nature of the Hellfire, but more than that, I felt it would be better as something removable that could be applied or detached at will. I wouldn't have that option had I used clay. Don't get me wrong though, there was a lot of uncertainty going in. This easily could have been a complete failure and I wouldn't have had any idea until the last minute. I mean, even to test this out once was a multi-day trial and error filled affair, so I'm pretty glad that it worked out. I'm a big fan of how this ended up actually. So that's all there is to it. That's how I made Hellfire out of cursed cotton candy. I hope you learned a thing or two. Let me know how I did. Likes and comments would be super appreciated. I'm gonna get out of here now. See you on the next one.